Okay, here we are. We got a phone mirror and a HQ mirror at the bottom. So, this is going to be fun. Maybe. I don't know. Could be worse. At least it's not a Coronia mirror. Okay, in the bottom right, as the brown Epsilon headquarters, we have Kane Mark, which is the really weird way of going about it. His teammate playing as the purple High Head, we have Warring forming the Thousand Suns. Their opponents we have playing as the red Rings of Coronia, we have Manticore. His teammate playing as the teal Epsilon headquarters, we have MagicCat forming Team Sakura. We've got an SW in-house here today, and it looks like Warren's already having trouble finding out where the oil derricks are. I believe this is what, our second or third game on the well here? Made by Stolen Tech here, fairly standard, very uniform. All players get a gem pit at the start here. One ore field with a single drill, ore field in the center in between the players with two ore drills to fight over, and a large gem pit in the middle, although it's not exactly the most friendly MCV deploy rush in the world, but it is possible. The last we will see which of the SW teams here will fare off better in the 2v2 here. We've both got some very decent plays out here from MagicCat and Manticore in the previous games, and however Warring and Mark of Cain as well, definitely not to be trifled with. So I'd say this is actually a fairly even matchup here. We may even go to the full best of 5 games here, so we could be, strap yourselves in people. The match is taking place a little bit later. I did want this to happen at 9:45, but alas, it seems that nobody in SW knows what a clock is, so that's unfortunate. I'm sorry, that's part sarcasm, cow, if you're watching, but I'm also somewhat serious. You guys are terrible timekeepers. As we start to see here, a night frame push out here from Warring as he tries to take on Manticore here. He walks straight into his base, kills a lot of night frames, but he's gonna ultimately lose this engagement here. I'm not sure what Manticore was trying, not Manticore, sorry, what Warring was trying to accomplish there with that push out. Wind trap's all the way over there as Manticore's gone double refinery, and he just basically got folded in on and has to deal with the Sonic turret. He couldn't really accomplish a whole lot. Meanwhile, Mark of Cain and MagicCat here just sparring, staring at each other, and waiting for someone to make a move. Looks like MagicCat has the larger initiate blob here, but she's also appears to be richer than Mark of Cain here. I don't know how many miners he's got. MagicCat only has 2. Although she's making more ghost miners than a 3rd refinery. So Manticore making also 3rd refinery. Warring has his 3rd refinery down going into Cloud Piercer, which is an interesting choice as High Head. I suppose it will unlock Buzzards and Spin Blade, so it's a fair call here. However, as High Head, I'd have probably gone Nano Loom or Cyber Kernel first. There we are. After the night frame engagement, all quiet on the northern front here, as Manticore takes the opportunity, whilst Warring has no night frames, to seize his oil derrick. Meanwhile, it looks like Mark of Cain took the initiative over here and also seized MagicCat's oil derrick, so it looks like it's kind of folding into a diagonal mirror, sort of, in terms of how it's playing out. Mark of Cain's base crawling towards the central ore field here as we see the Ghost Miner decloak, and there's also a refinery here. We're seeing a couple of Opus tanks come out here, and we've also got some Opuses coming out from MagicCat, so fairly even here. Meanwhile, the phone players continue to just stare angrily at each other. We're seeing the first Cyclopses come out on the field here. And now we're also going to start seeing the first Draco tanks. Cyclops, in this particular case, is very infamous for not being able to handle MPTs at all. I would say actually that Manticore has the advantage here, simply because his MPTs are consistent and don't rely on getting close to tickle the enemy here. Seeing quite a lot of Mantis tanks out here, but MagicCat is on the back foot with the base crawl here. Looks like... hello, this could be spicy. There's not that many tanks on the field from Mark of Cain here, so this has to be for Blowtigs. Yeah, it's for Blowtigs. MagicCat, I know you've got money to spend, but it's not that much, and you don't have cloning bats. This could backfire very quickly for MagicCat here. I'm not entirely sure what she's thinking here. but it could prove spicy, it could not. We're seeing a similar base core out here. Double factory from Manticore here. I imagine we're about to see no, another wind trap. Whereas Warring puts his tech in a very exposed position. MagicCat is looking for an opportunity here. Warring's already tier 3, which is vaguely concerning.
Beacon detected.
See beacons go off left, right, and centre as MagicCat basically says, look, these night frames are exposed and unsupported. Go ham. It looks like indeed that Manticore's taking initiative here. He might depower his enemy here, but Thing comes out on the field here. We're seeing a neutralizer come down, whilst the Opus tank sneaking through the back and snipe the tier 3. They're going to get the other wind trap as well. That's going to depower the neutralizer. As we can see, Warring on low power. He's working on making a wind trap, but it doesn't look like Manticore knows that yet. Okay, yeah, he knows it now. He's going to... What is he doing? Come on, Manticore, wake up. Okay, Manticore goes in here, dismantles the Cyclopses, which is a very good call here. And now it's a question of what can he get next. The neutralizer repowers, so it looks like we're going to start to see him go. No, he goes for the Nanolume, avoids the neutralizer. It needs to keep moving though, otherwise the Huntresses will hijack his tanks. They get one Draco. Oh, it's not looking very good for Warring here, however it's also not looking very good for MagicCat. Whilst we've been focusing on the phone front, it looks like MagicCat's had a disastrous game here, as it looks like most of her infantry ball was in fact defeated off screen, which is very unfortunate here. And Mark of Cain looks like he can simply finish MagicCat off, although whether or not he realises that at this stage is another matter entirely. And Manticore can't support MagicCat at all here. He's too busy fighting off the high head blob. So it looks like, the Opus tank's going to crash, but some of them get mind controlled. And I believe this will be Good Night Vienna for MagicCat. Ooh, very quick, very rapid. Oh, that's me repeating myself. As it looks like MagicCat simply caught on the back foot. Don't know why they don't finish off the refinery here. Someone needs to get onto the lineup to Stolen about these ore placements here, because that's actually unmineable. Same down here. As we see the phone players continue to fight on, but Manticore, without MagicCat, his ally, he's in a very dire position here. I have no idea what that means. Someone ping BGI, because I don't know what Chinese means. However, it doesn't look like that Mark of Cain is going to... Okay, what's it? Are you going to move out to finish Manticore off? Manticore's busy, man, come on! I still don't know what that means. Oh wait, hang on, that might have been... Wait, no, because I can't see... Okay, but it looks like... I don't understand. I don't understand. Mark of Cain's been in the perfect position to end the game. Finish off Manticore here. But instead he lets his ally fall apart? Is this some kind of agreement between the two teams? Well, I say agreement, understanding, where they let... if they defeat their teammate, they just carry on in a 1v1? Is that what's going on here? I do not understand. Okay, well now Mark of Cain gets stuck in. And with Ryan on the field, this should be a very easy night frame blob to clean up. Or not, okay. This game could have been over about 5 minutes ago if Mark of Cain was actually up to it, but apparently not. So I don't get it. Why? Why are they? Why? How did this happen? Why did this happen? It looks like Manticore goes back on the offensive again. As an infantry team here is going to get absolutely obliterated by the Kingsframe teams. So the Dracos are chased off. Although none of the Kingsframes simply walk forward like that. They're fixated on Malva, but that just means the Initiates rip them apart. Malva goes down at the cost of literally the entire infantry corps, which is not a worthwhile trade. I don't understand. Alright, well, there's a driller here. And it looks like the Dracos again move out, getting sniped down, but the Night Frames are there to protect them. Now, finally, on tier 3 here, but it doesn't look like he's making any tier 3. Okay, he's making Eureka at the barracks now. Martyrs out there from Warren as he suddenly builds in his allies' base, although he's not exactly very well endowed with money. He makes Cloud Piss before factory. What the hell is going on? There's simply way too many stalkers now. You're gonna need Zorb Floaters to clean up this mess, but which he isn't even making. Stalkers, for once in their lives, having trouble shooting up a cliff. Can't hit the Zorb. As that Draco gets a couple of juicy crushes off, but again they move out here. We've got veteran Stalkers now on the field, as it looks like Manticore dives for the tier 3. He's gonna get it at this rate as well. Yep, there we go, there's the tier 3 destroyed. He's gonna know those are spies, although they're getting shot up as well. What do you snipe next, Manticore? What do you snipe next? As your infantry army is simply being evaporated by Stalkers. What a time to be alive. Eureka on the field, which eats all of those, and there's simply too many of the Stalkers. I do not understand. I don't think anybody else understands either what transpired here. As we see Buzzers now move to pick up all of the Stalkers, well I say all of them, they're tanky buggers. It'll take a while for the AA to get there, they only get one. I don't think they're even going to get two. As there are simply way too much infantry here. Manticore is in fact running bankrupt, as the map has been almost mined out entirely. And yet still, Mark of Cain does not land the killing blow. Okay, finally Manticore decides to end this by pressing the observe button. Thank